We are going to take a quick tour of our library so you can kind of see where things are going on. Right now, I am sitting in one of the back corners, here where we have our library catalog computer to help you look up information. It's on the desk near all the buckets for classroom assignments. Right next to that, we have this nice circular desk here. This is our circulation desk. We're going to walk around that. This is where you go to check out books once you have them. Additionally, we have our book drop-off in the throne chair in the black box. We'll wheel our way around that really quick. It says book return on it, big letters. One of our maker stations over here in this corner, we have Legos as well as our whiteboard handwriting and spirograph. This over here, we have a cart for free books and one of our front bay windows that looks out to the office area. This section over here is where our graphic novels are, right through and next to our front doors. Once we come into those front doors, we have a pretty awesome area to look over. We have our front two shelves. We have our early reader section. There's also some classic readers and holidays up in the top left two shelves that are higher above. But overall, we have just our early reading on our first two shelves here, our lower ones. If we walk through our little butterfly woods over here and we look to our left going forward, or if we look to our right going forward, those two bookshelves, the tall ones, they have blue tags coming out from the sides that have numbers on them. This is our nonfiction section, and this is where all our books that are cataloged together with our Dewey Decimal System are going to be housed. If we go down this row to the left, we have an early fiction series area where you can locate different books that are still in our lower AR levels, but there are different series and our beginning chapter books. If we keep going forward over here to our back corner, we have what used to be our old computer lab, which is now becoming a counseling office. We have our teachers and our challenge section. So this bookshelf over here have a bunch of books that are teachers' copies for their classroom. And then straight forward, over by in that corner next to our circle desk, we have our challenge library. If we go down to our next shelf in our last row, there's a few different items over here. To our left on the shelves that we have 5 different rows, we have our fiction books. They are labeled on the shelves from A to Z. We can try and see if we can look up close here to see how that kind of looks. It helps identify the authors. On the other side of the shelf over here, this is where our fiction series books start. This is not the only place that there are. They are all cataloged by their series and then put on the shelves by their authors. Also going down this row, we have our oversized book section. Which houses books from fiction, nonfiction, and our reference. And then we have magazines. Our magazines you can look at while you're here. You just can't check those out. Going on to the other side of our shelving on this row, we have our autobiographies and our biographies, as well as our I Spy and Believe It or Not type books and some other reference materials. This is where you'd go to find those books about people themselves and all the information that they might have wanted to share. It also houses on the same side, on the other side I mean, more of our fiction books. Coming back over here, you can see here's one of our carts that we use to help put books away. On the back side of this, we have the rest of our fiction books. We range from K down to Z. You will notice that there are some buckets of books around here, and those are all put together by their authors. There are other series or just large amounts of books that the authors themselves have written that don't belong into a series, just to help save some space. In our back corner of our library, we do have our reference section. These are the books that you can look at while you're here to help you do research, but we cannot check these books out of the library. They must stay here for everybody to use. We have atlases, we have computer books, we have foreign countries in science, and we have encyclopedias. These are where your dictionaries are. It's a great option and places for us to study. And then if you look at, there's two shelves going back down here that we house other series books from our library. And those are also alphabetized to help with ease of it finding the information. And if we circle back to kind of where we started, to the front of the library, we have our smart TV, our projector sets with our Elmo, a whiteboard that we can write on, and our 3 computers for media and AR testing. That is where our library is. We have lots of stools and lots of chairs and lots of tables. This is a multi-purpose room throughout our school. If you have any questions or like to check out time to use it, please let me know.